Good evening, everybody. So, I did not get to do a Facebook Live from my campaign page, but I'm doing it tonight because there's a couple things that I want to share from the campaign page now that we have finished that chapter of this story, and we are moving on. So here's a couple things that I want to share. Number one, the work has always continued, even throughout the campaign. Some of you have heard about the work that I have had the privilege and honor to participate in, the Justice for Black Lives resolution at Cook County level. And then we flipped into the Budget for Black Lives Coalition, the Justice Advisory Committee at Cook County, and doing that work to find the ways that we can reallocate money in a more equitable way to create actual community safety. And that work has been going on for 18 months, and we had a meeting even today that I'm really excited about. So definitely look for more information about that in the future. And here's a little tidbit that I want to share in a Facebook Live kind of way. Maybe you'll see this in an email too. Yesterday afternoon, walking down Lake Street to hop in my car, which yesterday was the Kate Mobile because it had Kate signs all over it, because wherever we were going, we wanted people to know wherever we parked to see our name and see the campaign and be reminded. And I was walking down the sidewalk, and a gentleman saw me walking up to my car, and he said, "Are you Kate?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And he kind of looked like me. He was brown like me. And I said, he said, I just voted for you. And that was exciting. And he said, I said, well, I'm glad to hear that. You know, how did you learn about the campaign? Because that's really important information to learn how people are engaging and how do they come to learn about the campaign and what we're doing. And he said, you know, I haven't been following. I knew I had to vote today, election day. And so I started doing some research, and he said, you know, he looked a little bit sheepish for a second. And then he said, when I was looking at your information, my daughter, who I just dropped off at the academy, my daughter saw you. And I saw you, and you look like me, and you look like my daughter. So yeah, I appreciate the policy stuff. I was confident that that you had the knowledge and the know-how and the intention and the plans and all the solid stuff, but my daughter could see that we could vote for somebody that looks like her. So we talk about that that's important. I just wanted to take a minute to give you a real example. I got to go last summer. No, it wasn't last summer. Last summer was COVID. It was the summer before to meet up with my cousins from Argentina. And we met up in Mexico. And I had the first experience of my life of being someplace where everybody looked like me. And it was overwhelming. I will never forget that feeling. And I'll never forget that conversation on Lake Street. I want this to be positive. I want you guys to feel proud of everything this campaign did. The integrity, the dedication, the discipline, the consistency, all undeniable. We have an incredible coalition of all kinds of people, and I cannot wait to keep going. All right, let's rest a minute and let's get back to work. I love you all.